What happens when survival mode is no longer enough and you decide to create stability instead of waiting for it? Are you all ready to get into this? Let's go.
Here we go. Nicole Johnson. Nicole Johnson. Nicole Johnson. Let's go.
Welcome to another episode of Prosperity Conversations. I am your host, the Nicole Johnson, and today's guest understands that prosperity isn't just about money. It's about peace of mind, stability at home, and freedom over your time. Joining me today is Ms. Let me put some respect on her name, Ms. LaTina Williams. LaTina is a creative entrepreneur and mentor who helps others move from overwhelm into clarity by building intentional business rooted in purpose, creativity, and faith. You all clap it up and welcome. I'm sorry, hold on. That's Mrs. LaTina. Don't let me get it twisted. Okay, is Mrs. LaTina. Y'all better give it up for Mrs. LaTina Williams. Oh, child, I ain't trying to be beat out my seat.
For real. I'm perfect. And my R as capital M. Okay. Hey y'all. Hey
Hmm.
y'all.
Hey, boo, hey.
Hey boo hey.
Girl, you are a mess. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. Welcome to Prosperity Conversations. Listen, we start with one question for all of our guests. What
Okay.
does prosperity mean to you?
Hmm. Well, on a serious tip, okay, can we get serious for a little bit? Prosperity to me,
Yeah.
it's alignment. It's alignment, okay? It's peace in my mind, stability in my home, and freedom to create without survival mode. Okay. Just ruin the show. Because why would it do that? But it's not just about money. It's about having options, time, and the ability to say yes or no without any fear. We don't need to be scared, right? We can say it. It's okay to say yes or no, I can't do it, right? So prosperity looks like healing without building. It's being able to provide rest, still dream bigger. I battle with lupus, so resting is very important for me. So that's the reason why prosperity is important, right? It's knowing my work is purposeful and that I'm not just generating income, but impact, right? I have a grandchild, so I want to build that legacy, continuing, right? So that's what prosperity means to me.
Listen, you said a whole mouthful, a side dish, and a cup of pop to wash it down. And that is okay. So, one of the things that when I put out this call for speakers, I say it all the time, I didn't know who would answer. One of the things the main thing I prayed for is alignment, that the guests, their message would align with what is the goal of Prosperity Conversations. And that's to
Mhm.
give our audience a different perspective about prosperity not being just about the dollars in the account. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Them greenbacks are definitely important. Okay, run me my
Yeah.
coins. All right. However, there are other things that we need to have that makes us prosperous: healthy relationships, health and wellness in our body, mental stability, emotional stability, and so many other things that lead to the areas of our lives that create peace. Okay, so
Right.
I heard you say peace in your home. And a lot of people don't know what that looks like because as a mom, I heard you say you have a grandchild. So we've got
Mhm.
children, we've got a spouse, we've got a grandchild, we've got work, or we've got our business, right? All these different hats that we wear, we're constantly moving.
Mhm.
When we need to have that mental and emotional break,
Yeah.
how does prosperity, peaceful prosperity, how do you create that peaceful prosperity in your home?
That is a good question. In my home, I kind of like organization. If I'm not organized, my mind don't function right. So it starts with me, right? It starts with waking up in the morning, saying my affirmations in the morning, but aligning myself with the things that I have to do. Me knowing what my capacity can hold. Me not answering some messages until I align myself for the day, right?
Right.
Me
Right.
making sure that if I need to take care of home first, what time do I need? An hour? Do I need 30 minutes? Me having those conversations with my significant other, my wife, and also my son, and letting them know, okay, mom wears many hats, but I do need that hour or so, even if it's on the weekend. I need a space to solidify everything that's going on in my head. But when I have that rest, I'm able to focus a lot better, right? So then I go on with my day, right? Starting my mentorship, getting everything aligned, and then still resting. You know, even though I am full time with my business, you still need that type of rest for yourself. So putting those breaks, saying, okay, I'm fit to have lunch. Even though there's no stopping in full-time business, but with that lunch, what are you doing? Are you eating or are you filling yourself with knowledge while you're eating? So I listen to meditation, right? I'm eating, I'm taking that time. And I'm like, you know what? I can't answer no messages. I can't answer nothing of that because you will get overwhelmed, right? You come first. And then once you get yourself together, then you can help everybody else. But it starts with you. So that's how
Yeah.
I make sure my house is peaceful.
That's right. That's right. And so, one thing that I heard is that organization, and
Yeah.
that's really important. So, let me ask you this, Latina. What did survival mode look like for you?
Going without.
Mm, yeah.
Um, After losing my job, I without getting emotional, I consider myself the breadwinner at that time, and having to depend on my wife to pull in the income. I didn't know, like, I'm like, Lord, what are you trying to tell me? Like, what am I doing? But instead of me dwelling in that moment, I realigned myself and refocused. You know, I said, okay, well, sometimes we need to cut back. Cutting back is good. I made a song based on my experience. Okay. We moved from a 3 bedroom to a 2 bedroom. So we downsized, but I didn't allow that to get the best of me. Yes, even from a different city. Is it my ideal place? No, but it's somewhere I can lay my head, right? Can we go out to eat like we normally do? No, but we can also write groceries down so we can make groceries, right? Pulling back some of the subscriptions. When the last time did we watch this? Looking at the itemized statement, okay, we got this amount of money for this week. What can we do? So budgeting, you know,
Oh, you know you
and
talking my language, right? You know you all up in my language, right? Okay, all right. I just
couponing is key, baby. I be like $5,
yeah.
$5, my friend. Okay. But my survival mode, it made me more humble
Mm,
because I was so used to my standard 9 to 5 income, right? I was like, oh, Amazon, here I come. Okay. Every other day because I had it. But when I didn't
right.
have it, it's like, mm, did I really need that? A need versus a want? So waking up and I'm understanding what it really means. Okay. How hard it is to get $5. Okay. Versus before, that was simple. It was simple. Every day is a different day. So now when I wake up every morning and I say I'm hungry. Because if I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna keep pushing. Okay.
Mm.
If you have the mindset, if you say, I got to eat today, in order for me to eat today, what do I have to do? Yes, there may be food in the kitchen, right? But you got to eat together. Are you hungry enough?
Mm.
If you're not hungry enough, your goal is not going to be accomplished because you're not hungry enough. You need to starve,
Yeah.
starving in different ways,
Mm.
right?
Did y'all hear what she said? Did y'all?
Like,
And my coach does when he makes his post is
mhm,
again alignment
yeah,
is so important
mhm,
because his posts always end with stay hungry, stay humble all the time. And you don't know him and he does not know you, but that is how he ends his post. And so
wow,
one of the things that's so important is what message are we putting out into the world? So
yeah,
I've heard you say that peace in your home is important.
mhm,
But at some point in your life, you came to a crossroad
yeah,
where that loss of income kind of made you say, I need to rethink some of the things that I take for granted.
exactly.
And everybody has that moment. Some of us
Yeah,
have that moment more often than others. Okay.
true.
But it can also be the crossroad where you really start to shift your perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about that a little bit. At what point did you start to realize that you could no longer live in comfortability? Right? It wasn't about being comfortable, it was about making better choices. How
Yeah.
did you come to that shift and what has it been like since you made it?
Well, I don't like to put my business out like that,
You
but
tell us as much or as little as you want. Okay, we look, we dig a little deep, but you know sometimes people put the door up and be like, "Hold up now, hold up."
right. When it was a realization for me is when I can no longer afford rent.
Mm,
Okay.
gotcha.
When $2,000 was a lot for me.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's when I woke up. And instead of questioning what did I do because it was a layoff, right? We are put in uncomfortable positions to either learn from it, grow from it, or be stagnant. So I said, you know what? That forced me to actually look at my account. I wasn't looking at it. And I was like, oh my goodness. So even when I'm working my business full time, when I'm getting things deposited in my account, my sales, I'm like, I wasn't looking at my account like I was looking at my account. I was just swiping because
Yeah.
I knew I had it. But the
Right.
moment I couldn't afford rent, the
Hmm.
moment I couldn't afford food and I had to look for assistance, the moment I had to look at my wife and say, we have to make a decision. Either
Hmm.
we continue to suffer in silence or do something about it.
Yeah, I love that. I love
So
that.
we had to pick, you know, downsides.
Hmm.
Let's look at it. She had her account all the time. Now I couldn't do it. I do it now.
Hmm.
So she helped me through that process. She's like, okay. But I didn't want her to feel like I didn't want to feel like I'm a burden because I never, since my mom kicked me out at the age of 15, I never had to depend on nobody. I had my son at the age of 13. So I was a mother at a young age. So that's what makes me strong-minded now because I've always had to fight. But when certain things happen, certain traumas, certain experience happen, it makes me more humble, but more understanding of people's circumstances. And
Right.
that's the reason why I set my heart posture up a little different than others, you know.
I love that. And what happens is our our tragedy, our trauma, will force us to choose,
Yeah.
right? We either are going to, as you said, we're going to rise above it or be crushed up under it.
That's
Okay.
true.
And we do have a choice in that. And what I want people to understand that is that things didn't go right. Parents didn't do what we thought they should. As
Right.
a parent who looks back and say, hmm, why did she allow these things to happen?
Yeah.
And then as a parent, now I'm a parent who has to say, I wonder if my kids understand why this happened, right? See, if you
Exactly.
have to shoot, you quickly be on the other foot.
Yeah.
And so some of those things can help us understand when we're now a parent what we didn't understand when we were a child.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And so at some point, we have to give up the blame of what our parents didn't do, what
Yeah.
circumstances sent our way.
Yeah.
Because if we continuously hold on to those things, we allow somebody else to disturb the peace in our home,
Right.
to disturb the peace in our body, right? And a
Right.
lot of us, especially in our community, don't realize that stress kills. Okay. Stress
Yep.
kills, and it's a silent killer. High blood
Yeah.
pressure, diabetes, other ailments that run rampant in our community. But
Right.
anxiety can cause us to have heart attacks and strokes and things like that. So coming to that conclusion was a great thing for you,
Yeah.
right? It was not, and it may not have felt like that, but now that you are at a different place in your life,
Mhm.
what does peace feel like? Not what it looks like. What does it feel like for you?
This is happiness. It's me waking up knowing that, hey, I can do anything I set my mind to, right? As long as I set it up a little different than I did before, I can do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Through Christ who strengthens me. Listen,
Hello, hello.
it's happiness, you
And
know.
I love that. I love that. It's simple. It's
Yeah.
simple. It's pure, and it doesn't have to be extravagant. And
Yeah.
so, as an employee who has been through a 42-day shutdown, government shutdown, we grew up, you got to get one of them good government jobs. It take an act of Congress to get up out of there. Well, baby, Congress has acted. Okay. Congress has acted. And so, we've
Right.
had a lot of different things that have happened, especially over the last several months, over the course of 2025. Okay.
Yeah.
2025 has been a thing. And so, what I want to
Who's this?
say, yeah, baby, Wu and Sa, okay? Wu and Sa, they are now individual. It's not Wu Sa, it's Wu and Sa, okay? But what I want to say for you, I'm not going to play with you, ma'am. I'm not going to play with you. We're not going to get out here and show them just how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs we can be. Listen, you guys, if I have not told you, Latina is, oh Lord, I'm finna say this out loud. You see this? See, when I say it out loud, it's actually true. So let me woo inside. Woo inside. Woo inside. I have bestowed upon Latina, and she has graciously accepted. She is one of our MCs for the Wealthy Women Lifestyle Vision and Empowerment Retreat. She is the MC for Saturday. And listen, I'm almost scared, y'all. I'm almost scared because she gonna take y'all up on that roller coaster. She'll take you around and around and around. Y'all gonna have so much fun. But I'm super excited that she is collaborating with me for this retreat, and it's going to be some wonderful things that are happening because she is walking into the room. So I'm looking forward to her presence there. Let me give my disclaimer. I am not responsible for anything. Y'all better buy some extra insurance. You better get a waiver. Bring you some band-aids. You bring you a doctor who could do a surgical procedure, a little stitching. Well, she could bring some needle and thread and stitch you up. She could stitch you up, but there will be fun. The fun will be had in Plano, Texas, at the Sandman Signature Hotel, and I'm looking forward to that whole experience because she is
Oh,
a whole vibe. So, Latina, talk to the audience about. I know you mentioned that you are full time in your business, so I'm going to share where they can find you and what that looks like. And I'm not going to tell how amazed I am with some of the creations by Tina because I'm not. I'm just not going to tell. I'm not going to tell. At least not right now. But
mm,
how does that being full time in your business add to the peace in your home?
So you asked me, how does my work help others experience prosperity?
Or no, first of all, how does it help you have peace in your home? And then we'll get to your impact on the community, ma'am. Listen here, see y'all, she trying to run the show.
Well, my how does my business bring peace to my home is the flexibility, being able to do the things that I wasn't able to do with my 9 to 5, being able to get my infusion treatments when needed, um, go to hospital visits without having to feel bad of missing a call, right? So my business helped align my mental, my health, because let's face it, lupus is not fun. There's some days I can't even walk, but I'm no longer afraid of, hey, do I call in? Hey, do I do this? I can get my grandchild a couple of days early and don't have to feel bad about posting a video or posting a photo. So with my layoff, it helped. Even when I didn't think of it, I was like, okay, because I was dealing with a lot. The stress
Yeah,
in and out of hospital. Like, but having my business bring peace in my home because it helps with my health. I'm able to have that flexibility to do a lot of different things.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That was one of the things that I talked to single moms about with creating income from home. That flexibility to sign in and sign out of your platform when you want to be able to go up to your child's school and show your face. Because when mama show up to the school, children get a whole lot of act right. Okay, they get
Real.
Lisa in my house, we did. Let mama show up. Baby, you couldn't pay me to look up from my dad. Nicole, is that your mama? You know it is, and I am not gonna look over there. So quit talking to me. Be the most studious person in the whole classroom because my
So,
mama was at the door.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then to be able to help out and be a part of your grandchild's life, that's just even an added layer on top of what it's doing for you and your health. So flexibility and prioritizing your health, I know already is peace of mind. But now Creations by Tina is no joke.
At
Yeah,
all.
we didn't freeze. I just took a real deep pause. We didn't freeze. I just took a real deep pause. Creations by Tina is no joke. And I am in awe of some of the things that literally. And so, what I've been able to do is see behind the scenes and watch what she does with the people in her community. And so, Tina, tell them, share with us how that creates stability and peace for the people that are in your community. What they doing over there?
Baby, they making income for themselves. They believing in themselves, right? They're being told that they can do it, right? So I say my work helps people simplicize anything that they complex at the beginning. I help bridge the
Wait,
gap
wait, wait.
between.
Did you make up a whole word? I love my sisters, baby, because we will make up a word and put it up in that simplicity. I'll use that one day, y'all. Y'all, you listen. Did you hear what she said?
But I teach creators and entrepreneurs how to stop overworking, and start working on their intentions, right? Their purpose, through digital products, education, and community. I do help people realize that they don't have to just start. They don't have to know everything from the start. It can take time. Sometimes you have to, you know, catch the catch the
Yeah,
bait
yeah,
just
yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute
yeah,
and then reel it in.
yeah.
But I don't teach just from knowledge. I teach from experience, right? So whether you're someone that's starting out with your digital products or wanting to learn physical products or AI, because I'm certified, but certified.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Put some respect on my name.
What was that word? Certified. Certified.
Certified.
Yeah.
Me, she. Okay. But so so a lot of people, what typically happens is people want rush money. People want next day money, right? Fast money. But I'm gonna tell you, just as quick as you get fast money is just as quick as you're gonna lose it.
That's right.
So I teach you from the ground up, right? How do you grow a tree?
Child, I watched the tree in our puppy park. I remember when they first planted it. That thing
That's
not
what I
taller than me,
teach.
but it took about 3 years to get there. So that
Mm,
it's the long game. I hear
yeah,
you saying it's the long game, and that is we have a microwave mentality,
yeah.
right? We want it there. There's food that I just can't eat out of the microwave, especially if it's got any type of bread with it. Because
Mhm.
reheated
That's
bread in
gonna
the
be
microwave is
sometimes.
nasty. It's nasty. Okay. So I got to turn the oven on. I got to wait till the heat up to the appropriate temperature. And then I put my
Right.
food in it. Then I got to wait. But it's going to take 5 minutes for it to heat up. If I put it in the microwave, I could be eating already. But guess what?
It's not gonna be done.
That old rubbery bread. No, nobody want that.
It's time. Okay.
So,
Never rush perfection, but imperfections is perfect.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
So,
yes. So I love it. I want you guys to go over to Creations by Tina, check out her site. If you are interested in, because again, prosperity is not only about a dollar.
right.
Some of us need to bring in additional streams of income because, as I have said, these jobs ain't loyal. They will choose profit over people 8 days a week, 372 days a year. Now you make that math
Good.
work. That's exactly I said what I said. Okay. That just in case it's an extra couple of days, they put some extra days on the calendar and some extra hours in the week, it's still going to be the same. They will
That part.
choose profits over you.
Yeah.
So create something of your own that no matter what the world is doing, no matter what society is doing, no matter what a job is doing, you still have your plan B. All right. You still have your plan B. And she can help you do that. So when, we are in a world of AI and there are a lot of people teaching AI, there are some people that will tell you what AI is and not show you how to make it work for you. You won't have that over there with Creations by Tina. Okay. So you will, and you may not be sure that this is something that you want to do. You may not know what it is you want to do, but I do encourage you to do something.
Mhm.
Okay. And this might be that thing you do until your real idea pops in.
Yes.
Okay. Tina, can we talk to that? Can we talk about that for a moment?
We
What
can.
can people really create if they're unsure? I don't, okay, let's use me as an example. I
Okay.
don't have a creative bone in my body when it comes to art, uh,
Hmm.
visual things. You already know what your experience has been with me. Nicole, what would you like? You create and I'll tell you if I like it. That's the best I got. So what could you show me to do with using AI or anything else to create a stream of income from home?
Okay, first off, real quick and simple, I would want you to pull up ChatGPT. Okay. When you pull up ChatGPT,
That's
you will
our
ask for, huh?
that's my uncle. Uncle
No,
Uncle
exactly.
Jippy. Uncle Jippy. Mhm.
Exactly. So you will say, based on my niche, whatever it is, create me 5 digital products that I can sell to make income by the end of the week.
Wait a minute, honey. Are you for real?
I'm for real.
Okay, if you didn't take notes, I'm not gonna ask her to repeat it. You're gonna have to rewind, do a little replay. But I heard her say, she not gonna repeat it, but I heard her say, Uncle Jippy, based on my niche, which is X, tell me 5 digital products that I can sell by the end of the week to make money.
If it's too rough for you, I offer Qs, like Q4s, 2, 3s, and 1 vaults, right? I create vaults for people that are busy and they don't have a design part of their body, but they want to make income, right? So I create the art for you. I create the generator for you to create more art, right? I create the GPT, so all you gotta do is plug and play or press the button so you can get what you need. You want them planners? Done. You want them digital downloads? Done. Right? All you gotta do is pay a certain price and you in there for that. You got all them downloads. If you what, then there's something wrong with you because if you provided it for you. All you need to do is add it to a site. You don't need to pay Shopify or Beacon. You can get a pay site for free, for the free ski. Set up a general website, cop one of my Q1, 2, 3, or 4 vaults, choose a digital download, take it to Google Gemini, upload the image and tell it to mock it up for you on whatever shirt, tumbler, mug, whatever, and add it to your site, and you're selling digital downloads.
Did,
Market yourself.
did you just give away some gems?
Indeed.
Okay.
Market yourself on Freebie Fridays. Okay. Add something that's inside of my digital download that I gave y'all. Okay. Take that image, upload it for free for 24 hours. Set your marketing up, your emails. You now have an email list.
Wow. Listen, and I'm not gonna let her give away no more gems. Y'all gonna go over there and
Stop playing with me.
check it out and check it out because she not for the play. She is not for the
No.
play. So I'm excited because this is an opportunity where we can all support each other, right? We can support each other. We can create that stream of income that's going to alleviate some financial pressure, right? It's not just about that money,
Right.
that's part of it.
That's part of it.
But what does that money or having that money do for you? And when I started, the question that I asked was, what happens when survival mode is no longer enough? And a lot of us that are watching and listening, we are not just there. We're beyond that point of what survival mode is.
Yeah.
And I want you to leave hearing that from the sound of our voices, knowing that you don't have to stay there. And not just knowing that you don't have to stay there, but actually having a place to go to get the support that you need to step forward. See, my guests are so aligned with what I have going on here at the Wealthy Women Lifestyle and Prosperity Conversations. I just don't know what to do.
And
So,
I do have a ending statement for everybody that's listening.
Oh, wait a
Um,
minute. Wait, hold on, Father in heaven. Okay.
I'm gonna be good, y'all. I'm gonna
All
be
right.
good.
Amen. Okay. All right. All
So,
right.
y'all,
So listen, Miss Latina, do you
huh?
have any closing words for our audience today?
I do. I do. So my closing thought is prosperity isn't a destination for you all, okay? It's a way of living. So when peace, purpose, and provision meet, that's when you know that you're walking in it, okay? Take me through, okay, but not through the troubles and trials. Let's go through growth
I,
and
I,
connections and
I
community.
cannot. I cannot with you. Listen. What else do I say? What else can I say? Except that prosperity is not something that you chase. It is something that you choose. I want to thank Latina for being here with us, sharing. You guys make sure that you go over to her site, check her out, connect with her, and bring that prosperity into your home. Give yourself peace of mind and keep moving forward. As always, I am your host, the Nicole Johnson. Till next time. Bye.